from a state of Utah where we have air quality is a major concern for us here. And so my boss, Governor Cox, is very interested in helping to accelerate the transition to electric vehicles because we believe it's going to help our air quality. So we're looking to try to find ways to facilitate that transition as quickly as possible. But that's a different point than the question is getting at. I think the first thing to recognize is that if we were to go down the path of wanting to say that, we want to go to a VMT fee, we want to charge based on how much we use the system, we need to think about how we're going to get there. And there's always going to be a transition. And we have a lot of vehicles in our fleet. Some of these vehicles are going to take, 20, 30 years even to transition out of the fleet. But what I would suggest is that we would consider maybe keeping those low fuel efficient vehicles. So those vehicles maybe 15 miles a gallon or less, keep them in the gas tax program and don't enroll them in a road usage charge fee program because they are, they're not going to see much benefit in that. And it would be, I don't think we would, it would be the right thing to do in that way. Now, EV users currently see, they benefit from a number of saving initiatives outside the gas tax. I mean, if you go look outside my office here, there's some free EV charging stations. And there's quite a few still vehicle purchase incentives. And I believe we're going to start to see more because there is this idea that we want to transition to electric vehicles for environmental concerns. Again, like I said, the amount of money collected for gas tax is not nearly as big a cost as people perceive. They usually think it's the entire amount they're paying at the pump. EV owners get quite a few significant savings, even under a road usage charge program. And I'll give you some numbers here. Today, the average Utahn driving, say, a 20 mile per gallon vehicle pays $376 in gas tax annually. That's state and federal. An EV tax is really capped at, for us, $120 annually. So if a person drove 15,000 miles and at a $3 per gallon gas, they'd be paying over $2,200 a year. So this is a pretty big savings for folks that are driving those EVs. I think there is still that incentive to see that transition to an EV even under a road usage charge program.